Hey guys, and welcome back. I have this look on. I'm going to show you how I got that in the video. It is for a Disney nature themed day at work because I am still working until the 19th. One thing that I do want to say that I'm really going to strive for on this channel is not to use filters, especially because I'm not 20, I'm 32, and as you can see, I've got some wrinkles and nothing's quite as tight as it used to be. I've got texture, but I want you guys to have more of a practical approach to this, and that nothing's going to look perfect ever unless you spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours doing your makeup, which a lot of beauty gurus do. That's what their job is, so that makes sense. But I want people to be able to know that you can do fun looks, and especially playing with colors, and not spend hours and hours and hours doing your makeup. This look took me about 45 minutes with the filming in there as well. So nothing too crazy. There's some things that I want to work on, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So if you want to know how I got this look, stay tuned. All right, so here I am starting with Urban Decay, the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the original. I always start with my eyes, and I usually prime them some way. I'm either usually using a primer potion like this, or I'm using a concealer, and I've been using Shape Tape a lot as well if I want something that's going to be super bold and I want the colors to really pop. But I'm already using a super bold color, so I just went with the primer potion. Just so you guys are aware, here I am using the James Charles palette. It has a lot of colors and I love this palette. I'm starting with canvas all over my eye because I always like to start with a nice little base. Doesn't really matter what color I'm doing, I always start with a base of some sort over my eye, and canvas is the perfect color, and it's as close to my natural skin tone as I can get it. Then I'm going in with one of my biggest fluffy brushes into the color 518, which is a very light orange. The thing with this brush is that I got it in a big set, I think from Wish. It's just a huge fluffy brush, and I just go back and forth in my crease and a little bit above my crease until I get the desired look that I want, and as blended as I want and how intense as I want. So I really am not doing any precision work here. I literally go back and forth. I may do another video where I slow this process down a little bit, but really it's nothing crazy, guys. I really just go back and forth until I find what I'm looking for. So back and forth, and then I'll use this brush later to go ahead and blend a little bit more when I put darker colors on there. So just so you guys are aware, I am watching Once Upon a Time while I do this makeup look. I'm always listening or looking at something while I do my makeup. So if I'm looking off camera, that's what it is. All right, here I'm going in with a blender brush, again from just a set that I got. Actually, I think this one's from the Anastasia, one of my Anastasia palettes. So it's got a smaller brush, smudge brush on one side, and a blending brush on the other. So I'm going in with Rusted, which is a very deep orange. And again, I was just going in back and forth, putting it all on my lid and in the crease, and then going back in with that bigger brush. As you can see that I put 518 in my upper crease and my upper lid. Again, going back in with the Rusted just until I get the desired intensity that I want, because I really wanted an intense orange look, kind of for tigers and things like that is what I was really going for. And then later you're going to see me pick up the smudge end, there you go, and go in with a little You're Kidding, which is the red color, just to give a little bit more depth, but just a very light dusting, nothing too crazy. I just wanted to give my eyes a little bit more depth. All right, now this is why I do my eyes first, and I always want to give myself a pretty clean line, and I know everyone is going, well, that's why you have wrinkles, Sarah, because you pull your eyes, and that's true, and I'll probably come up with a better system, but when I'm trying to be quick, I don't need all that fallout. So I am going in with a primer then for my face, and that is the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. This is such a good silicone-based primer. I love it. It's a great dupe for the Smashbox line. I absolutely love the Studio Perfect, NYX line. It is wonderful. And then for my foundation, I don't like to spend too much money here unless it's really good foundation. But the Wet n Wild foundation, it's the Photo Focus foundation. It's really good. One thing I really want to get better at is my application and making sure that my skin looks as flawless as possible. So getting better at hiding the texture and getting a more clean canvas to work with my other products is my goal. So now that I have a ton of time on my hands, I can do some more research and really get my hands on some good product to make it as flawless as possible. Now I know a lot of that starts with skincare, and I am starting to re-perfect my skincare routine, and a lot of that has to do with not being lazy. So the better I get with that, I know the better my skin will be and the better my makeup application will be. But at the same time, I just really want that to be a huge focus of what I can accomplish during this furlough period. And of course, I always get down my neck and blend as much as I can. I love my beauty blender. It is wonderful. I've tried brushes before and I just can't get them to work again. Something I would love to get better at is my brush work and some of those more technical skills that I just don't have the time or the energy to go in with. I'm going in with Tarte Shape Tape, and the shade that I'm currently using is light beige. I don't do a full triangle, but I do at least a little bit to give myself some brightness. Now I'm going to play a little bit more with color correction and getting rid of my dark circles, more so than just that brightening effect. Since I've got some time on my hands, I can test some things out and see what I like the best, and just kind of play with it myself. But I don't always use a Shape Tape. I'm just trying to kind of use it up, but I use NYX and Wet n Wild, all sorts of stuff. Just depends on what I'm looking for. I've heard the Color Pop is really good, so I'll probably end up getting that. Just grabbing my Coty Airspun loose powder. As you can see, when I start to do it, I just kind of lightly put some on. I don't usually cake it on. Sometimes I'll bake, but I really have to be in the right mood to bake. Usually I'm just putting on a little dusting of it where I get, you know, things start to set or where I get really shiny, and my nose and right next to my nose gets super shiny. So I usually put that in. Going in with a brush just to dust it off and any excess that's there. Usually use this highlighting brush just for that, just because it can get in those corners, or a very big fluffy brush. Just depends on the mood that I'm in. I'm gonna go in and start my eyebrows, and usually I am using the NYX micro brow, and I usually am using the shade Ash Brown. It's been hard to match the shades with my current hair color. For the longest time I had almost black hair, so it was really easy just going with chocolate or something along those lines, and I could have really intense brows. But having those darker brows with how light my hair is now is pretty hard. So that's again something that I really want to get better at, is getting my brows where I want them, because my brows are naturally blonde because I came out blonde and my eyelashes are blonde and all that jazz. So I have to basically color them in every single day, and I want to get better at it and making them look more natural and less, you know, square in the front next to my by my nose. And that's just something that, again, I've got the time on my hands, so I'm gonna try and get better at them. I feel like I do a fine job, and everyone else says I do a fine job, but I want to do a really good job. So that's something that is my goal to get better at, is eyebrows and especially my foundation. So those are two of the things that I want to just get much better at. But as you can see, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I would just like to get better. So that is a goal. Always just filling them in. I'm never satisfied with the brows. I'm always playing with them and trying to make them better, and then finally I'm like, fine, I don't look like I scare small children, that'll have to do. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with my Hoola from Benefit for kind of a contour. Now I got this face brush kit from Sephora, so this is a contouring brush. It's angled, and I just go in with my cheekbones. Now I can usually find right under my cheekbones pretty well that little dip in my face, because I've lost so much weight. Sometimes I do the little fish face just to make sure, and I always blend up. I go not all the way in, just enough so I don't look too hollow of a face, but to give my face some dimension. and then blend up. I love the Hoola color because it's very buildable and it goes with a lot of skin tones. I will try probably eventually to have the Hoola light, especially during the winter, but I've never actually used it. I go in with the bronzing brush and just really get my forehead, and I don't do too crazy, but just enough to give me, again, some dimension and some color, especially because we're all inside, even though I live in Florida. Always get my jawline just, again, give myself some dimension, and then I usually do just a little bit down my neck to give my illusion that I have a little bit of a thinner neck than usual, but nothing, again, I don't go into crazy. I'm not really comfortable with cream products. That might be something I get into, but I don't really have a desire to have a bunch of cream products on there. Now I'm going in with my absolute favorite blush with the blush brush that came with that set. It is Shame on You from the Sephora brand. I love this. This is my go-to. I can't live without color. I use this almost every single day, and I will cry if I can never get it again. It is phenomenal. Then I forgot to contour my nose. I don't do it too crazily, but sometimes, you know, want to have a little bit of a smaller nose. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with a highlighter, and I have my Anastasia Sugar Glow Kit, which I absolutely love. And usually my go-to, which I've hit pan on now, is gonna be Gumdrop, and that's in the top right-hand corner. It is so unique. It's got this pink, gold, purple shift to it. It is wonderful. And I kind of just do the high cheekbones and then a little bit on my nose usually. For eyeliner, I only do the top waterline, and I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Smoke. And you can see I messed up just a little bit, but that's okay. I go in and fix it later, it's fine. But I only do the top waterline. Then for the, as you see, I'm gonna go fix it. And then for the liquid eyeliner, normally I'm not a big felt tip person. I'm just not, I never have been, but let me tell you, this Ciate Fierce Flicks is a game changer. Normally I go with NYX, anything with a brush. I'm usually with that, but I will spend the good money on this eyeliner from here on out. This is the best eyeliner I have ever used, hands down, period. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. It is just so easy to use. It makes my life easy. I love it. So let me tell you, if you haven't tried it, go try it. So now I'm gonna go put on eyelashes, and I'm not good at it, so I'm not really gonna show you guys that. I'm going in with my mascara, which is a travel size of the Monsieur Paul from Lancome, which is, again, the best mascara ever, and I usually use it when I don't put on fake eyelashes, but I'm just trying to get them to meld together. My cousins got me this set that has a full size and the travel size, so I love, love, love this mascara as well. It is also a game changer. I absolutely love it. So now I'm going in to look for some lipstick because I didn't really have anything planned for lipstick. I don't usually wear a ton, but everyone keeps telling me I need to wear more lip color, so I'm trying to as much as possible. When I do wear lip color, I usually go with a Your Lip Color But Better look, especially because I really like doing crazy bold eyes. So you can't do a really bold eye with a really bold lip. It just looks a little bit off. So here I'm going in with the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick, which is my favorite formula, and it's in the shade Patina. So it's something that's just beautiful, kind of perfect. And here's my finished look. I know you guys have already seen it, but did the hair a little bit. Again, this is for a Disney nature themed day at work, so I went with more of a tiger color scheme. I like to get more ambitious as I have more time on my hands and some striping. There is a butterfly look that I saw on Instagram that I'm really excited to try, and I need some color in my hair really bad. I ordered some overtone in ginger to maybe get some red in here, but I didn't want to do too crazy because I do intend to go back to work and they're pretty strict about the hair color. But I hope you guys enjoyed this and are looking forward to any future craziness that is going to be on this channel. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and stay safe. Bye.